It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. From SoFi Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Play action. It's Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Trevor Lawrence keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jags on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Next the score, Jaguars 7, Rams 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's out to the flat for Akers. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here complete to Kelsey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, Lawrence flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They're passing here. Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth.
11 MT.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Set the turn, defense, let's go. 11. 115.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that is incomplete here. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
11. 44
On 3rd down, Burrow. Being chased at, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lawrence will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
115. 115. 115.
Now Burrow on first down. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They will throw on first down with Burrow. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Here's second and a yard.
the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Tutu Atwell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Partner, we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
He'll dump this off to Akers. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal.
Right, let's go. Hey, Mike's 15.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On second down, here's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Burrow looking to pass. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Chain, 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Rams 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They go play action with Burrow. Dancing to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Burrow will throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Again, it's Burrow. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT,
Akers again. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. You kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Yeats or Gross Matos. Able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, 1st down. Here's Burrow, eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
15. Mike 15. Stop that any turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. Not much there, only a yard.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Rams 19.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for two. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, ETN once more. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ready, 10 over.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. The play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A final shot now for Burrow. That'll be caught by Anderson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Jacksonville, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for L.A., their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.